1983, I hereby admit each and every one of the 5,728 applicants here in present temporarily to the bar as barristers and solicitors.
It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much. But don't you quit. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Great Nigerian student. Very good.
Yo, welcome back again to Student Unscripted Podcast. And of course, I'm your regular host, Penny Black. And today is going to be very special, not only because of the show or because of the host. We have our special guest and also our special host. So, Miss Confidence, please can you introduce yourself?
Hello, please. I'm Confidence. I'm just being your co-host for today. Welcome to Student Unscripted
Okay. So in today's episode, we have our special amazing guest, our Miss. She's not just a graphic designer, she's currently the Assistant Secretary General of Unizik, the Publicity Secretary of FIDA Unizik, and also the SA on Media to the 32nd SCG Assistant Secretary General. Wow, that's amazing. Who are you? Oh wow. Who are you? Oh wow. So, Mrs. Guest, or Miss Guest, how can you introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Chimwaya, the event Benjamin, and it's one of the law student of Manchester University.
Oh, okay, that's actually nice. So, divine favor. So, what's your short form? Diva. That's power. Diva. That's actually nice. Say the Diva. I love your name. That's actually that's one in power. Yeah, that's actually nice. So, Diva. Where are you from?
Abia State.
So, let's start with this. What's your CGPA? Yes, currently. Wow. You're first class. That's actually nice. I really like that's what talk. That's great. Diva. So this name Diva, it seems like a municipality in Los Angeles. Surprise! I know about me. Alright, am I mistaken? So can you like just explain and yes.
Actually, had that in secondary school.
Was name attached to any power because everyone says Diva. It's too powerful.
No, it's just something in my name.
So your friends are all the lesson you feature, you are
So Diva. Everything. And you know sing so really, right? How are you?
They don't stick, but if you don't have to see, I feel like it's not funny. It's just if you know what you want for yourself, so just know what you want and you do it. And then person is it's very uplifting. That's actually nice.
I like after every video was really like wow. So I was asked about me.
So basically, FIDA is a non-governmental organization. It's an acronym for International Foundation for Women. So then FIDA is for the French interpretation because they use it from France. So in English, it's International Foundation for Women. What we basically do is to fight for the rights of women and children. For your definition of gratitude, it's just not like a voice for the voices. So just help them take companies in Togono, like power students, empowerment, power just anything to make society good. That's what FIDA is all about. And it's a non-governmental organization. It has branches in different countries, different states, and different universities. Because they believe that if you can't students do, they tend to go.
As in, like, you just pick up a phone or like, oh, this is interesting.
Not really as a copy. I don't even know how I made it, because that was like the first executive mission of the. So I was just selected by 400 students to come to so that we can still there.
Okay. So being the FIDA secretary, has it actually been an extra day to you or leadership?
It's been enough, but that was like the first role I took up.
Okay, so you will take this actually as a leadership role, or you're just seeing it as a
leadership role.
That's nice. Okay,
Leader has actually been apart from standing, because we're not like the only executive of our students, so it's been a lot from the innovation and all that when I go to current now. So it's been a lot of work, but then FIDA has ways for doing something. We have the FIDA that always brings comes back and bring make people get happy. You even get rewarded for what you do. Like for example, for going to the city, people who are actually interested in the students, they tend to support you and support somebody.
So, I was like, how do you know that you can be the AMP, you are publicity secretary, and you are all other things that you do, like, how do you balance it? Because you're a lawyer, and I think law is actually, and studying law is not easy, like, let's not like ourselves, law is 5 years and 6 days to get to. So how do you actually like balance everything? And you're on 4.8, so it's basically you're on 4.60. So how do you balance everything just like and just tell us how you say balance this?
I just feel like his priorities. Like you have to just set their goals. Like you know what you're doing. If you're in an office, you know what your work is to do. What is supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do, then you set it for them. You should have it on what you want to do. For example, every day, try to follow your students. Yes. And I arrange all of that which one should be done first. And then you should prioritize your activities. For example, like, okay, we are working on the day coming, right? So I do this for the things that I'm supposed to do. I'm very active and it's get to. So I think I'm supposed to not be much of a load. Even though it's things, but then it's not be much of a load. But when it gets to what is season, I'm just cut down on the other things.
So can I ask you, are you generally like you love politics? Or just because of the position that you just
politics is actually good.
Yes, I
against politics.
So now if there's student like you love politics.
I would say I love it.
So what do you have to say about women in politics?
Women in politics. You have to get very long reason. I feel like more women should go into politics. But then you should play key.
What are you about the women that you have met? You say your vision is
well, it's already wonderful women. And they're actually considering inspiring people. I feel like they can do this. Because you meet women who are this, who are that. I just want to have a able to do. So it makes me see that, okay, this is something I can do.
So, like, looking at things now from the way you're going, like from the point of view that you're actually watching, you don't look other to me. So, what keeps you motivated? What plans you? You know, you're already a waste person, like, what's your goal?
Okay, first of all, I think what keeps me going, like, oh, this journey go. Because sometimes there are a lot of things, like when you do something you're supposed to do or things you don't do. Sometimes I don't feel like crying. Or I'll just turn off my guitar, off my phone and sleep. Or I'll just watch a movie then eat out with me. But sometimes it's not enough. You just cry, you just talk to God. And sometimes like it really helps. Because if I'm overwhelmed, for example, and
so now you're trying to pass information to you for the day. Yes.
But if I'm overwhelmed and I feel like something that people might not be upon, I'll just pray about it. And somehow, someone just helps me. Someone just say, okay, I want to look into this thing. Just like that. So
prayer is you going
yes, yes, and then friends that I keep good things.
as I think about it.
Yes, I don't think I do. But I have very, very good friends. Like, they're so supportive actually. Because I feel like if my friends were not supportive, it wouldn't be a problem for me. Because there are people who, okay, if you want to do this thing, then like, if I can do it, just do that, do the same people, support you. Because I feel like you will not want to go, you will not want to back down. Because now these people are actually supporting what you're doing. So I just feel prayer, friends, and God.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, our family, yes. That's like,
okay, number two.
that's like after God, family,
Yes,
yes,
family.
yes. Because many times, like my elder sister, I'll just give her mobile when I'll just either I'll call her or if I'm not here, I'll just go to WhatsApp. I'll joke with very long words, and I'll say everything there. Oh my problems and everything there. She'll just go to me. All of that. So it's just God, family, and friends.
That's that. So now you come to the like all the things like
See,
you actually this you actually this that's the way
I don't do things.
for how many hours like
It's pain.
but the list goes let me go see the list.
Okay, the list. Like 4 hours. I don't do to my sleep, but sometimes I don't sleep for a stretch. Maybe I don't sleep traveling from this. I will not teach. I don't do my sleep. If you just somehow, if I'm working and then I feel dizzy, I'm not pushing. I'll just sleep tonight. Yes.
So you said you're a lawyer. You lost students actually. Yes. So you're a law student. So do you feel like law is studying you or law? After studying law. That's enough, sorry. Who was pressured like first of all, I also didn't know like everyone. So you're
Some of them are just being low and all that, but I know that I'm actually studying. Because no is not always wanted to do, so that's my best. So for you.
as a law student, nobody puts you for advice or just see you as this lawyer than me or lawyer with
A lot of people different advice was and dream was and all leadership, politics, academics, everything. Just different people, and then I'll help you anywhere I can.
that's actually nice.
So you know that normally like in every school, students and lawyers have pride, just carry everything out. Oh,
Actually,
then you're black and white, everyone will bow down, you carry everything that like carry something about you, like about you. You carry your cotton pride, pride.
I feel like when I became a law student,
yes.
I understood why people feel like law students or lawyers have pride. So for me,
It's not because of the white or black or
not just white and black. Sometimes I will see that pride is valid, but then I'm like, okay, let me just say this. Some of them that actually think have pride, it's not their original. There is also a lecturer who always say that as a law student, it's not a black and white. There are some things you cannot do. Like, if he says it's in people, anyway, FIDA and them, there's some things you cannot do. Anyway, if FIDA and them, like, there are some things that the lawyer does not do. So, that's, for example, if you tell you that, I don't know you have a law student, you're not supposed to check it class. You get it taken. You're not supposed to drink your water. Like water, put it in the box and go to the ball. A lot of things actually, but then aside that, I feel like some actually have pride, but some, their confidence and self-esteem is understood. But so like me, I believe that I don't have pride because I'm very approachable. I meet a lot of people, I talk to people. I have friends from different departments, different faculties, and all. So I know, I believe that I have friends. But then I have my
What like have anyone told you before the last Friday? No one has told your parents, your friends.
Well, I just know that at least I know the way I find myself. I have my confidence and my self-esteem level is high. I don't have one.
Okay, that's nice. So, in this current situation, or this current situation for now, do you think your course have a way in transfer?
Nigeria has like that. I don't know, but it has whittled down the value. So now people will tell you that they are more lawyers than us. So I feel like
I don't think that.
you not rely only on the learning study.
Yeah.
You should have vast skills, like a lot of skills. Because nowadays people don't just employ lawyers, they employ lawyers who can solve practical problems. So for example, if you're a lawyer who wants to be lawyer in a stated company and you do not have the knowledge of accounting, you will not be hired because they will not hire an accountant secretly and hire a lawyer. They will prefer to hire somebody that can solve two problems at the same time. So I think that learning skills is actually something that is very, very valuable. Someone like me, I've learned quite a good number of skills. I'm a graphic designer. I learned cybersecurity sometime last year. So I'm currently working with a company and learning and many more. So you will start earning as a student even before you graduate. That when you graduate, you are giving more than the law. You're also giving what you have to offer because now the world is going digital. So as a lawyer, if you want to actually try, I feel like you should go digital with the law. AI is a goal with a lot of things that will come in here. So you cannot just focus on criminal investigation, civil investigation. People are no longer going to court. They feel that they are too expensive. They rather settle on fundamental. So you should have all that is practical environment they want to offer to companies, people to people. So I say, but if they actually have this skill, send them.
I think it's like that's big amazing. Like that's amazing. Like I think like very see my power. So that's good. So you said something about having a skill. So I'm trying to say, how do you like balance your school life with your financial life? Because it's not actually easy. Most times you see people doing financially well doing well with their finances, and you see them lagging behind with their school. So you're saying now have a school. So to someone out there that's watching this, I'm like, how do I have a school and still balance my school like a 4.5? Exactly. So I said my share so because it's 4.5. What should you think about that?
Okay, so like I said before, I feel everything is priority. Yes. Priority and discipline. You should be disciplined enough to know what works for you.
So what if the person is like watching them? So how do I do it?
Then you have to discipline yourself. No, nothing is easy. You just have to everything do nothing be confused. So you have to pay certain prices for everything.
Yeah.
For me, when I was learning cybersecurity, I learned Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and the place is kind of far. So after classes, I have to start. So I leave my hostel around 7 in the morning and come back around 7 in the evening. So it all depends on priority and your ability to endure. You have to get ready to satisfy your plan, your money, your mental health, everything. Just know where you want to go. Just have ambition what you want for yourself and work towards it. I feel like it's very much.
But also deviate a little bit. But it sounds very on time about the school and the politics and the financial. You actually have to. You actually have to. You actually have like don't paint, don't do, not actually like for amusement parks or anything.
Okay, it depends on what interests you. Like for me, movies, this thing, you do this.
Don't
Actually,
you don't feel like actually.
I do. Sometimes I'm just this thing, going out. Because like me and my friends, right, we have to make it a thing. Like, okay, after the thing, who are selling the house. Yes,
So your friends don't do
Go out there. So you just say, okay, if everything I'm going to see is that all the stress, let's just down with that. So I feel like you promise yourself something in advance that will make you feel happy for what you do. So that you know that, okay, when I expect to I get this what I do. So I have friends, I'm always online. I post, if you see my post, you feel like I'm something about, or it's just what I love doing. I love laughing, I love seeing that really happy and all of that. So you should just know what works for you. You should not always be working every time you work. Sometimes just feel yourself.
So, what are your future plans? I want to say vision, your position, when you meet someone, what else is your education?
When I used to take them, so when I was singing, I'm proud to become a senior adult. Yes, so the senior adult like the confirm when you used to learn and then get to certain.
You're telling me that you know what that is.
That's what FIDA is. So FIDA was not part of that one. That's not what I want to be. So I want to become a senior advocate, but then growing up I realized okay, you cannot become a senior advocate if you're not really going into litigation and all of that. I'm not someone that wants to mix litigation. I want to be a corporate lawyer who is more interested in things. That's what I want to do. I still believe, because I guess some people in that corporate lawyers still can become senior advocates, so that's my main issue.
But then you started into research.
Yes.
Wow.
So aside that, I want to be my aim is to be someone that okay, we'll see that while this girl was in school, she held this, that she's taking out very well, she's taking care of herself and I want to be someone who will be able to then say so well, and then I want to be able to talk to young girls, talk to young boys, help them see that okay, you can actually do this. Nothing is too much for you, just dream. So I want to be, I hope to become senior advocate of Nigeria, then a professional tech lawyer. That's what
you guys mark today. Mark this days. Okay, so continue.
A professional tech lawyer and then a mentor and
so aside from your career, what else like the skills, your business, what kind of things you plan
I make it. I can, but I don't use it because I feel like it's stressful.
You can, but you don't.
Yes, because I feel like it's stressful. So part of my plans is to really happy. Yes, like happy. Because a 3-in-1, like where you have the Unizik selling fashion stores and something like that. Yes. So I plan to own something like that, business-wise. Yeah. I also want to venture into politics.
You don't need to believe it.
Yes.
Because politics giving money, your business giving money. Okay, that's actually good.
So let's go back to where we're talking about boys and girls. So us talks like boys and girls are actually watching. That's one study, that's people are studying that never know what they want to do, just need to study law. Like, what's your advice? What do you tell them?
So our advice, first of all, law is not something I study based on choice. I feel like law is a profession that is supposed to be about passion.
Yeah.
Because if you just go there because I want to ask a barrister, at the point to choke you, and if you are not there because of you want to be there, you just give up.
You cannot say this. Said law is not something they So what if now this law is between as your passion doesn't give you money in it? Because I know you can't cope without money in the next life. So you need money. So what if this law and your passion? No, there's this law, follow your passion, follow your this, that. Don't me not follow your passion and then no money there. So what do you advise? Being a lawyer.
Okay, there's this my lecturer, he'll tell you that as a lawyer, you cannot be good if you're just in school.
I don't
tell yes, no, I'm able to say. Now, he does not just say that. It does go with an extra point. He tells you that if you know what you're doing, you cannot do it. Right? And knowing what you're doing is beyond just knowing the law. Knowing what you're doing is knowing what works for you, knowing what is involved, like knowing what brings money at that particular time. You don't just focus on the door, you focus on how to create value, because if you create value, you get something in return. So as far as being a lawyer, you should be someone who is able to give and take value.
Yes.
So I feel like if you're going into law as something that you're passionate about, you should be someone that is ready to go vast. Aside just studying the law, you should be someone that, okay, you've seen that these are the current issues and this is what I have to offer to get something in return. I feel like if you actually someone like that, you know what you want, you give value, you get something in return, you cannot be good.
That's actually nice. But so you can continue with that.
Okay, what I have to say to people, okay, yes, it's something of choice, not of passion, right? They say follow your passion, but if your passion will not give you money, you should leave it. But I feel like law, if law is your passion, then it is going to give you money. But then if law is something, yes, if you know what you're doing, but then if it's something that, okay, they just push you in there and say, I want to be able, I want to transfer kind of stuff, you just do it with so much nonchalance, like you will not be interested. And so when you graduate, you just be roaming around, and then they'll be like, oh, you're finished studying law, but if you know what you're doing, and you're going to it, you have to put in your best. Like, you cannot settle for less, because there are a lot of people who are studying law. So you have to have something that keeps you out of the crowd, something that stands you out. That when people see you, they pick you over 100 others and with you. So you have to know that, okay, I am this and this is what I want. This is what I have to give to get what I want. And I don't have to be on the same level with others. Because in my faculty now, we're about 1,000 plus law students. And there are just how many law schools in Nigeria, how many cases. So you have to think within yourself that 1,000 of you are not going to be able to.
Yeah.
So you have to make up your mind to be part of the few that are going to be able to. And then you have to devise a means to do.
Yeah, that's actually nice. Well done. So you look smart. No, you're smart. I won't say you look smart. You're smart already. So what do you think? Just share your thoughts on the current education system in Nigeria. What do you think about it?
Would you advise university to finish?
Not necessarily straight, like in Nigeria too.
Deep down, I feel like the entire Nigerian educational system is dead.
And also talk about the lecturers.
It's nothing to write home.
Yeah, I'll say about lecturers. You keep talking about lecturers.
Like in general, Nigeria's educational system is nothing to write home about. Like we are so backward in education. A lot of educators that are still doing.
And also share your thoughts.
For me, I feel like, in fact, this primary school 6 years, secondary school 6 years, university another 5 years before you graduate to 20 plus. At the end, come out, no work for nothing. I just education system is just is there. Abroad now, you don't just go to school. You get both practical and theoretical knowledge.
Yeah.
But here in Nigeria, they don't teach you mathematics, theoretical knowledge. There is nothing you can do with it when you go out. So if you don't practicalize what you're being taught, and many people don't know that, okay, I'm to practicalize this today. When they graduate, they start from scratch.
Yeah.
So I feel like what we should do is that we should develop, we should evolve with the world. The time where, okay, you just carry files around and then you find one company and they give you a job, it's fast.
Yeah.
So now you have to devise means to end. Right from the primary and secondary level, I feel like they should inculcate skill acquisition into the curriculum. Aside theoretical learning, there should be a guide for students to start learning skills at a very young age. So that when they grow, they'll be able to start giving value to their society and start earning even before that. Because that's what many people did not know before they graduated. Just went to school, got like for service in CGPA, carry their files around, nobody's employing you, and at the end, they are mocking you with your facility. So I feel like to practicalize your theoretical knowledge. That's what Nigeria is not able to do.
Okay, so I'm just finding everybody asks something like this. So what advice would you give to someone out there watching this? Not necessarily about like general. What advice would you give?
In life.
Life, school, everything related.
Just generally in life. Life is not a personal race. You might have people who talk to you, you might have people who want you, but if you don't work for your life, there is nothing for you.
Yeah.
So generally in life, I believe that people should plan their life. You should not be dependent on anybody. You should have what you want to do for yourself. Have the name you want to make for yourself, and you should work towards it. You should not allow anything define your life for you. You should just have a goal, have a target, have a plan, and work for it. Don't depend on Nigeria's educational system. Don't depend on anybody. Don't depend on a job waiting for you outside. Work for your life. I feel like hard work, consistency, preparedness. When you miss opportunity, that's success. So you have to plan your life, work for it, and
So confidence, what advice you give out to the audience today about life, about school, about
My advice is like, if I can plan your life for you, share it that's going to be like how to go to school when I go to struggle and find. Because you go to school now, and then let's say you come out, you will just come out with your paper and like it's like this for this person. Like you do not, let me say you do not copy, do an exam, you use your head, you still come out and just do it for you. I see other people that they were actually not serious. It's about planning the life
for me, I would say, they say it all, that's a normal word. Okay, so plan your life, prepare for the worst also. You know, this is like, there's this normal mentality people have, like everything will work out good. Okay, life is a big life. Some days are tough, sometimes are hard. So, prepare for the worst, plan your life, start early, do it afraid. Anything you're afraid of doing, for that's the time you should please do it afraid. I don't care about the words of others or anything, just do it. That's my word. Like this year, I had too many. Last year, I was so down. I was down because I could not do it. I was afraid. But this year, I just said, oh, how will I start this thing? So as I just started, I saw opportunities for me. So just start. The key word there is to start. Do it afraid and just start. And also believe in God, hold God. Because I feel like me now, currently, I feel like I'm useless. I'm nothing without God. I can't do anything. All the things I've achieved so far, I know it's nothing, but it's just all thanks to God. So hold God and it. Prepare for the worst. Do it afraid. And yeah, God has your back. Thank you. So, okay, this is the what should I say? This is the wrap for this episode. It was amazing, it was interesting, and trust me, you're going to learn a lot from this video. Our senior advocates here really touched some dimensions in this country that we all need to listen to. So see you in our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and also comment your own story as a student in the comment section. Bye.
Bye.